Hey there! If you open this video to learn about nursing, well, I will have to disappoint you. This video is about marketing projects, or how we marketers like to call them, babies. Coincidentally, or not, in Coca-Cola Eastern Europe, we were having an average of delivery time, well, you guessed it, 9 months. But with a bit of design thinking and a really cool software, we managed to cut that in half. So for the next 9 minutes, sit back and enjoy. I'm Nemanja, Digital Alchemist at Coca-Cola, and this is our story. Well, why did we change anything in the first place? That's the first question you have to ask. Well, because marketing is much like military strategy. It requires a lot of planning in advance. It even borrows terms like campaigns, briefs, etc. But now let's look at the world we are living in. Pandemic, fire, riots, all around us. It's the VUCA world. Sticking to the plan is not even an option anymore. So our output was good, but not great. And our marketeers knew it. And they didn't feel as proud to work in Coke as before. I really love the baby analogy, because if you think about it, it's not just the quantity of how many projects you can deliver. It's mostly about you really want beautiful, healthy babies. So we need to support the parents, marketeers, in delivering these babies to this uncertain and volatile world. And how do we do that? Well, we have to create an environment of psychological safety. Because only when you are feeling safe and secure, you feel free to explore and find novel solutions. So we need new processes to deliver these babies, right? But then you realize you cannot have really agile processes if you don't change the culture. But how do you change the culture? It's the technology that changes the culture. And it has been like that forever. Iron Age, Bronze Age, Age of mass media, Age of the Internet. We use technology to explain difference in culture. And it's not different in companies. Here is a quote from a famous artist, Jean-Michel Jarre, to cement this point. It was because the violin was invented that Vivaldi existed. It was because of the invention of synthesizer that I'm here. So how do you use technology to create a culture where people feel safe to experiment when everything around them is changing so rapidly? Well, you use the technology to bring them back to the time when they felt secure, to the time when they felt it's okay to play and explore. It's okay to be an astronaut or a wizard. You make such a stressful task of picking a project for next project for your career looks like a child play. You make it into a game. And you also do it so they feel they are in control. By creating a mobile app, we literally allowed people to hold their destiny in their hands. And it was empowering. But as you all know, it's one thing designing something in your head and completely another one delivering it. And on this way, many unhealthy compromises can be made. So our challenge came in a form of IT security. Simply having all the data about employees online didn't make our security experts feel comfortable. So they gave us an option. Employees could still use the app, but they could do it only on our premises, in our office, on our secure network. Now imagine how that would look like from a user point of view. You're playing this game you're picking your next project, you're holding it in your hand, you are in control. And then you sit in your car, you open the app, and it says, you can only use me when you are in the office. We couldn't live with that. Days passed by. Then days turned into weeks. Pressure was mounting from all sides on our little team. We needed to deliver. But we knew what we believed in, and we stayed firm. And like in all good stories, suddenly Microsoft released some infrastructure service that enabled us to do what we want. They say fortune favors people who know what they want. We launched in February 2020. In March, already pandemic hit us all. We couldn't come to the office anymore. No one was in the office. But that was okay, because the app was working outside of corporate network. It became a rallying point where people could collaborate, even when working from home. So what were the results, you ask? In all of that craziness of 2020, we managed to deliver more babies than ever. And we did that managing to cut delivery time in half. So that was our story so far, but what comes next? Are you curious about the future? Well, if you are a marketeer, you have to be curious. And if you train marketeers, you train them to be curious. You train them to seek novel solutions, to surprise and delight, to become masters of their fields. But it's not only marketeers that are trained in these traits. As we speak, machine learning experts are using the same concepts to train artificial general intelligence. And we can already see these agents out there changing how marketing is done. From agents that do copies, like copy.ai, to agents that change text to image, like DALL-E. And these agents do it in order of magnitude faster than any copywriter or art director can. We, as marketeers, are under threat. And the best way forward is to do what humans do best. Collaborate. Collaborate with AI, but also collaborate within ourselves. Collaborate across companies and organizations like never before. So when other companies start knocking on our door, asking us about this app, it really confirmed our hunch. It's not just about project delivery. It can be a tool helping marketeers collaborate across companies and continents. Thank you for listening.